The third round of the Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality 16 LAN in Assen. We are Gamershub. This is Kronos, my name is Gevous, and we're right into the game. Villain versus Asterion.
The first time that we're going to see a couple of newer champs in this meta. I mean, Skarner has seen his return, of course, after a couple of changes. As well, with the pick at the moment, and setting up here for catch him here. 45.
It's a 5v4 and we get a straight two-man knock-up. Shroudy getting exhausted, doesn't have flash, and it will be first blood for Villain straight away. Great camp in that brush.
Oh.
It was Asterion not seeing that coming.
They were waiting for it. They knew they were going to come into that blue buff to get the wards down, and they were just sitting and wait there. Oh, they're calling for a lag remake. A bit of trolling, but there we have it. First blood going to villains here. So that'll give them a nice lead, at least for the phase.
Yeah, it will.
But did go to Fiora, so that is pretty scary.
I mean, it is indeed a Fiora, and Fiora snowballs really hard. It's a reason why she has a really high ban rate, because she gets crazy later on. And now they are 1-0 behind. And let me actually put off the chat for a second, because there's quite some spam going on there.
Yeah.
We would be interested in the gameplay more than the chat, do we?
Like we are going to have a lane swap, because bottom lane is sitting at the top. So they are going to get that matchup against Fiora.
And will be Fiora getting level 2 on the Raptor camp, and there will also be a body system from Asterion coming out right now, but they are not level 2 yet, so I do have to say that Villains is definitely having a better body system going on right now, because they just finished their second camp. They're already level 2, both of them, where Trunks is still sitting on level 1, so this is a really great body system coming out from Villains.
Of course, the first blood experience helping out a little bit. We're deciding to go back to base actually, while Fluff is gonna be doing some more double jungle here.
Yeah, they're doing it all the way to double jungle. Instead of a double rainbow, we've got double jungle way. And also see the ward coming out on that blue buff, just to check if there was no invade from the side of Asterion again. Because 2v2 can still be pretty scary. It's Skarner Olaf after all. And if you get the stun on the Fiora, she doesn't have many escapes, and also the burst and the slow stacking would be pretty strong for both Skarner and Olaf. But need a lane swap. What can you tell me about this lane swap? Why would Asterion want to lane swap?
It's just, well, already the Fiora Olaf matchup is pretty strong, especially with the exhaust that Fiora picks up here. So it would already be a tough lane, but with the first blood coming in there, the 1v1 would just be quite horrible for Olaf in the end, after level 6 especially. And just want to get the push down onto the lane with the Tristana, of course, lane pusher, but we're gonna get a pick here onto Alistar. Not much gonna happen, he's headless away.
He does get a review on the mid lane. We see Sam's going down to the Ignite actually, so it was a level 3 gank right on that mid lane. He had to burn his flash, didn't pop Ghost either.
Oh, man.
So a great catch from Asterion right here. They take a kill in return, so it's a 1-1, and they got the gold lead by just 100 or 200 gold.
Yeah, pretty close, but oh man. They didn't get any play done onto top lane, but instead Asterion managed to get a kill on mid here, so they pull it back a little bit and get up ahead. Well, it's pretty much equal actually, so not much between them right now. Interesting thing as well is they're not going for a full-on push onto the turret. They're kind of trying to freeze the wave and denying as much gold and experience for.
And so far it is in the favor of Asterion, because they are getting farm on the Olaf, and the farm is even between the Cork and the Tristan, so it's going well so far. But Shroudy getting caught out while trying to take the crap. He doesn't have flash, hops the Ghost, but gets knocked up, gets slowed. And also the exhaust for the extra slow. Will they be able to get it up? Phosphor Bomb misses, but it will be Bruder going for the body slam into the Drunken Rage, and it is enough. There is a small engage onto Zergoth as well, but it will not be happening much. Oh, but they do get the vision onto Trunks though, because they captured that crystal. Always something to consider. Once you capture one of those crystals, you do get vision.
Yeah, and they could have played it a little bit better. Gragas Used his cask a bit too early because he had to wait until the whirlwind finished his animation so he could get the slow a little bit longer because Tristana used her flash, I believe. Oh, sorry, Cork used the flash to catch up to of there to finish off the kill. Here they go again.
Oh, there's a flash headbutt. Oh, I mean pulverize, but the headbutt is not quite coming out, but it will be the turnaround for villains. They do get a 4-man mid and they take the kill onto Atrocis, and this is a gank turned bad.
Yeah, they wanted to go again for a second time because of course they blow the flash onto the Victor and they tried to get a second kill, but in the end they paid for it with 3-2-1 already for them. They only have a 900 goal lead, so it's not that much. Nothing to worry about just yet.
So now it is 2 kills onto Bruder. He will be getting quite tanky early. He didn't base that and is sitting on 2k gold. He gets a straight cinder hook out of that recall.
Yeah, that's a pretty early one. 6 minutes in. 0-1 helping out a lot here. And just actually looking to have enough for the BS sword. Oh, it's the pickaxe, sorry. Pickaxe and a blade right there. Yeah, interesting that they managed to actually freeze the wave, even though it's the Tristana lane.
Yeah, like what Kitty actually did, he held on the explosive shot just to see like whenever he needs it, because indeed if you level it straight away you do get that passive which will be pushing once you're last hitting, but he's holding onto those points until he needs them. I think he has explosive shot right now, but yeah, for like the first 3 or 4 levels he didn't skill, like he saved all of his points in order to save it up for the explosive shot when he actually needs it.
He took it at like level 4 or something, because I saw him using it earlier.
Now he's using it for RS, and also Zagot will be using that to help the lane push to him, but now it's a 2v2. Bruder trying to go for a gank, but Kane was not there, so it will not be a 3v2 for them, so they have to back out on this one. But Zergot going in for a trade, but look at that damage, and Trunks is as well in this top lane. Didn't actually get that assist, he missed that fracture, so Kitty takes the kill for himself, gets the 1v1, but this is pretty big for the Tristana.
Yeah, no escapes on Fiora, of course, has the small dash and the teleport, but yeah, can't teleport away when you don't have it, that's of course. Plus the ultimate will boost him away. So they get the kill on Tristana, no assist unfortunately for Skarner, but they get the push here on the turret, should be enough to take it down.
Probably be going up. Bruder finds himself in the bot lane, see if they can get a counter push going on, but they decide not to go for it. Maybe a dragon instead. I do see Bruder walking into that direction. Takes the crystal, gets a bit of gold, but doesn't quite go for it yet. They do have to push in the top lane, but we'll have to see they actually go for it. Zergoth though, however, will have a nice freeze in his top lane.
Yeah, they'll be able to rotate down with the Tristana to bottom lane, so they'll be able to push there. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, that was a very nice flash engage from Bruder. Did knock back Knight. 1 laser should be enough. Seps will not quite have it. Can he pop the ghost in 2 seconds? No, there's the heal from Kitty. Can Kitty turn it around? And he does turn it around with the explosive shots there to save the day and take an extra kill for himself. Gain at a great Howling Gale onto Atrocis. Has to flash away. Pulverize will not land, but there's Kitty. Can he actually have enough damage on the Bruder? Bruder really tanky. Ignite, take it onto Kane. Would it be enough? The headbutt is there, but one more auto attack would be enough. But Atrocis, he does go down, can't get it, and does burn from the red buff.
Oh, a couple of greedy plays there. Victor diving so deep, but oh man, the heal coming in there from Tristana, managing to save the life of Lulu, because I think that the last tick of Ignite would have killed him. Man, and then the dive from Bruder. Okay, so in the end, I mean, villains are in a bit of a pickle here because Asterion have a free opportunity to get the dragon. No ability to deny it right here. They're now looking.
Oh, close to that steal. They didn't have, or did they have the smite there? Actually didn't see if they actually had the smite there, but it was a close steal from Konyo. But this is pretty important for Asterion because they do have a good late game scaling AD carry, which is pretty fat this early on. 2 kills already, and also being able to take a dragon already that will secure that late game.
Plus, I mean, Olaf is a bit behind though in the top lane. He does have the wave pushed up to him, so from a little bit, which would cure his laning phase a bit more.
Yeah, Shroud has to be careful. This is an exhaust Fiora overall, but once a gank comes in, then they could go for it. But Bruder, he is sneaking in a gank for himself. There's
Yeah.
no information on this top lane, so we have to see if something will be going on here. Looking for a counter gank maybe, but it is the blue buff being taken, so Trunks is in this bot side.
The wave pushes a bit out because of still full HP.
Get harassed.
Straight away.
Little does he know. We're very patiently waiting. Will Shroudy try to go for the all-in. Does get a good amount of damage. Brutal really patient on this play. There's no dragon to be taken, so maybe he can take this time. Let's see if Shroudy actually gets greedy for this play, but I'm not quite sure if Shroudy is actually buying into this one. Oh, maybe this time though. He's getting closer up, he's getting pushed in, getting really, really low. Oh, there is the engage, but there is also the Ragnarok. He will not be able to get knocked back in. Zergoth though, he does have the exhaust, and he completely whiffs the explosive cast. Does get a knock up though, but it's not enough damage. And look at how Shroudy, how low he's bringing both Ruda and Zergoth. It is Trunks running in now, but does he have enough movement speed? His W is up by now. No flash. Does have the chilling smite, but cannot get in range in order to slow them down and see if he could get an impale. So that was a lot of time spent by Bruder.
Yeah, he sat there a whole while in the bush waiting for the gank, but couldn't set it up correctly because, of course, Olaf denying him from being able to use his explosive cast early, and again, it's, well, quite a bit actually. Was the Ghost helping him out to dodge it, but unfortunate there.
So let's take stock of the scoreboard. It's 100 farm achieved now by Seps and also 109 for Knight. So Knight is slightly in favor of farm. If we look at the bot lane, farm is in front of Konyo, but there are still 2 kills onto Kitty. So they're fairly even since there are also 2 assists on Konyo. So what would you think about this mid game? Who has the edge in this mid game?
Well, once Corki gets his Trinity Force, he's going to get a bit of a damage spike. Plus Tristana is a scaling champion already, but he decided to go for the Average Blade and boots too, which is a bit early, but I guess it's able to get away quick from Fiora, perhaps.
Yeah, the movement speed always helps, but also the extra attack speed also helps in order to proc those explosive shots, get the extra damage down. And Everwise Blade, it will help him generate some gold in order to get the static shift earlier, because the 2-item power spike is pretty important. But now we find ourselves at 3v3 in this bot lane. Quite some poke onto Atrocis. Trying Orb comes down to keep the vision onto Atrocis, but I don't think that villains actually have enough movement speed or a catch-up potential in order to continue on this one. Dragon will not be respawning anytime soon, just there for the pressure, and we are back into our jungle roots and just our generic farm.
A bit more quiet moment right now. Both the teams are a bit antsy right now. They want to all out before them. Well, until the next dragon. Oh, Tristana getting to jump in there, doing a little bit of risky play, seeing that Janna is away, so trying to get some poke down, but in the end it's a bit of an even trade, so
Konyo does have to force a little bit, to use a little bit of a mana. Valkyrie quite expensive on that mana cost, so he is lower, so I still see there's a considerably good trade for Kitty. Also gets the pressure, maybe a cooldown Atrocis, maybe looking for the head both pulverize too. Like you said, it's a little bit harder to pull off now since the movement speed is, or the projectile. Is it called actually projectile speed? At least the travel speed. Let's call it travel speed. It's slower on the head buff, so the head pull is a little bit harder to pull off. Now we see Bruder again sneaking up into this top lane. Again, no information on the side of Asterion. And they definitely want to try and shut down Shroudy, because Shroudy will also soon get his mid-game power spike. But see here, Trunks getting in.
That's his
ultimate,
they know?
Though. Oh, but they do indeed know. So Trunks getting engaged, does get knocked back, but he flashes over the wall, goes for the impale, and they get the kill for Shroudy. So he adds a kill to his arsenal as well for that gold lead. So this is great for Asterion.
Nicely done. I mean, making sure that he doesn't have to deal with the Gragas for too long, flashing over the wall to secure that kill for Olaf. And have it. So good return gang, because Bruder again was waiting for a while there, trying to get the gank down onto the Olaf. That they paid for it this time. Wow, okay, so they managed to push down bottom lane. Janna had to base, I presume. Another turret going to Asterion here, 2-0. Got
a good gold lead themselves. I mean, it always helps if you've got a couple turrets puts you ahead in the global gold, and also since they've got quite good scaling going on, will buy themselves some time. Dragon will be respawning soon, so another turret into the arsenal again. But that bottom lane will definitely have a lot more pressure down the bot lane, where the minions will be shoving in. They also get the skull crab by the looks of it. Bruder will not be able to steal that one, so it indeed does go towards Asterion, but it is villains taking control of the crystal.
Yeah, just in time. They're trying to set up here in their own jungle, trying to get some vision, but oh, they're going a bit deep here with Bruder. Get away though, they have enough disengage at least.
Downside Kitty went invested into a non-straight core item build, but there's a teleport play right now. Ragnarok will probably be popped instantly, so he will not get some gate dropping so low. That's the exhaust, but what will it do? It will only reduce the damage. Shroudy dropping really low though, and a 2-man headbutt for Atrocious. Can they catch up with the rest? Shroudy does go down. Well, kind of, but it's still a 2-for-1 so far. They're chasing Zergoth. Does Zergoth have enough cooldown reduction in order to get away from this one? Great parry, but will it really stop him? The explosive shot will be enough. Kitty is on a rampage, and this probably also means that Dragon will be going towards villains.
They have to protect the bottom lane turret though, because they're getting a push down. Alistar forcing a bit of pressure, and they're deciding to not take the Dragon, but instead push mid lane, get that turret down first. And they should have enough time to do Dragon shortly afterwards.
Impale is still up. Trunks trying to run for it. Saps is low on mana. The fracture does go down. They do get the stun. Chilling Smite there to Impale out of that gravity zone. Nick Knight will be taking headbutt, and it will be Trunks picking that one up. So he is 1-0-4, and this is a great lead for Asterion.
Now they've definitely secured that Dragon. They're gonna take it right here, right now, pretty easily. 3-0 up in turrets. No return in that sense from villains at this time. So pretty big lead already from Asterion. 4,000 gold already. So Tristana got a couple of kills there. 2,000 gold in his pocket, so he's able to finish at Affinity Edge.
He definitely will, and also the Everrise Blade already gathered 208 gold for him. So that almost paid for half of the Everrise Blade so far. So you do cut out of some of that gold, which will allow Tristana to straight rush for the 2 core items, which is pretty big for Tristana because she needs that in order to be able to compensate for the Trinity Force power spike for core key. So this is a good things for Asterion, but again, Bruder going for the camp, and Kane is there too in order to back that one up. Shroudy coming really well. Atrocious will be joining in, but it's still a 2v3, and they go for Atrocious instead because Shroudy popped the Ragnarok. Can they actually engage on this one? That will be really, really tanky, especially with that Unbreaking Will. So that they will not go for it, and they just... It's kind of an awkward fight, but now Trunks catching up himself. He does get the fracture onto Kane. Kane dropping really low from that axe, but Zergoth though, no ultimate, so I'm not quite sure if they can fully commit for this one. It is Atrocious though going down. 2 kills for villains, but can they get more? Knight joins in this top lane. It's a 2v4, and maybe they can still defend this one, because Ludo has quite some wave clear. Does go for it, but it's just kills being picked up for villains.
Yeah, the thing is though, without the Tristana, they are lacking a whole lot of the damage because they weren't doing anything really. And with the Janna heal coming in late in that fight, there's no chance for them at all to kill anybody. And Billing's making a good play right there. They are still 2,000 gold behind, so it's going to take a bit for them to get back into this game. They need to get some more objectives, and they need to get those turrets down.
They do, because Tristana kind of a ticking time bomb when it comes to turrets.
Yeah.
She will be spiking up quite quickly once she has that second item. And I do have to say that both Konyo and Kitty are quite close. It's just, well, I say quite close, but it is still 2k deficit. But when it comes to item power spike, they are quite close. Because Trinity Force, like you said, pretty strong in that mid game. They can take turrets, but I'm actually kind of worried for villains because they do not really have been able to disengage that much so far. What do you think they need to do in order to pull off the disengage composition well?
Well, at least they are using their jungler and support to get enough vision down, because they both went for a side zone. So they're able to get a lot of vision on the map and try to set up more of these counter ganks, as we just saw on the top lane. But then again, the Olaf is just going to be such a trouble for them, because he backline with its Ragnarok on, already finished the Black Cleaver right now, so worry for Victor and Corky because they have a lot of disengage. They can't peel off the corpses at Ragnarok.
So it will be Shroudy trying to go for the flanks maybe, or well, rather he can run himself, and it's about Trunks getting the right flanks off, so vision control will be really important in this game too. See if they can maybe flash over the wall. Flash is available for Trunks too, so maybe he can flash something like the explosive cask in order to still get the engage down, or if Trunks plays it out really well, where Gragas tries to go for explosive cast, but he gets the impale ready that they knock him back with it. But now a 2-man pulverize right on top of Zergoth, gets knocked back in. He's dropping really low, Ignite's taken, but will not be enough. Impale onto Bruder, not quite the target you want to go for, and Shroudy getting exhausted up. It is going to be Asterion trying to disengage from this one, but they don't have that much disengage, and Atrocis will go down to this one. So it's actually a fight favoring villains, and this is quite scary for Asterion.
That's a bit awkward. I think Kitty used his explosive shot or his buster shot a bit too early because he shot away Fiora. Ignite was sticking, but there was just not enough damage on him yet, so they didn't get the kill onto and there was enough peel engage from villains to get back in there and get the kill onto.
Oh, Kitty.
Trying to push you on mid
Really
lane.
aggressive. Konyo does go down. It's a great play from Asterion. This will definitely buy them time. Great flash glitter lens from Knight in order to get the burst down, and just for Kitty to follow that one up, and it's another kill to Kitty. He will become really, really big. 2k gold in the bank, will be recalling, will get that static shift, and maybe will finish off the Blade of the Rune King as well fairly soon, just to get some extra kiting or peel for himself. Buddha in the sideline. Shroudy does get flash engaged on, just dropping low, but Lulu ultimate and Ragnarok will be popped, so he will be safe, but that's 2 ultimates being burned right now. Knight drops low, explosive cask, where he gets stunned by the gravity field. No, he will not. Shield will just be enough to survive the laser, and maybe Bruder was a little bit over-eager in order to go for that dive, and does go down himself, and Dragon respawning in 45 seconds. This might give Asterion enough time to gain full control of this bottom side river.
Yeah, they can get vision control at least, but there's still enough time for Buddha to respawn and get to that dragon in time before it gets there. Man, that was a bit of greedy of him. He wanted to finish him off so they can secure the vision for themselves, but in the end, pay for it now. They're gonna lose all that vision and get in position much sooner. They're gonna get the crab here as well. Right here.
Also, Ragnarok will be going up for Shroudy. Impale is up for Trunks, his flash is up.
Yeah.
He has a lot of movement speed by himself and has an extra boost, so getting control of the Skull Crab will be pretty big for these engages. Also, they have the crystal in their favor. Look at this amount of wards coming out. Double side stone. That's the power of that double side stone you're seeing right here. Trunks getting sped up. Can he get the flash onto Seps? Yes, he can, but do they have enough blow potential? Seps flashing away, pops the ghost too. Adrois dropping really, really low, but Kitty is able to be dominating onto Seps right there, but Seps takes one with his death. Bruder trying to go in, but he will pay the price for it. Jenna ultimate is good, but will it be good enough? But look at that from Zergoth, cleaning everything up. He gets the ultimate, getting healed down so much. Exhaust comes down, will be slowed. Shroudy and Knight trying to fight this 2v3, but they are forced to back out from this one. So great turnaround from villains, but will they be able to get this dragon? It's Knight and Shroudy still having pressure on this one, and Knight doesn't have the ultimate anymore, but he does have AoE damage, can speed up Shroudy, but it is Asterion deciding to go back from this one, and it is villains picking up their first dragon.
Kitty jumping forwards. Oh man, he was so overconfident. He tried to jump in there, get another kill, and perhaps jump out afterwards, but Jenna heal coming in, chance for him to down, and oh my god, for coming in there. That damage was ridiculous.
This is definitely a very promising match. It's back and forth between these two teams. You can definitely see their level of play influencing this game. Sometimes it is Asterion getting the edge, sometimes getting villains the edge, but what makes these teams go so back and forth?
Part of the damage spike to have right now. I mean, Corky at this moment of time is just a little bit stronger than Tristana. Tristana managed to finish, well, he has to be F-sword, so all first, and after that, he out of control, I think. Damage, the range is increasing every level, of course.
Yeah.
Up to par, I think he should carry this.
So it's all about protecting Tristana right now.
Yeah.
Definitely the player to look out for, and Villains definitely trying to get that target down as soon as possible. Olaf, I mean, it's a strong pick, but Fiora has so much more CS and kills that you would almost say that Olaf is almost neglectable with the power you have on the Fiora. So indeed, Kitty will be the most important target for Villains. So if they can get these catches down onto onto Kitty, they can definitely win such a team fight.
The weird thing is, about the Olaf, he decided to go for an Aegis of the Legion. So he's gonna dive the backline, so that Aegis of the Legion isn't gonna have all that much effect. But they're gonna look for a pick here with Trunks. They're trying to speed him up.
Trunks is at least really tanky, but look at those crits, chunking Trunks down. Blade of the Rune King also popping that extra max percentage health damage onto him, so Konyo really strong right now. 1-1 and 6, kind of a support AD carry, but 24's and Blade of the Rune King definitely paying some of that damage for him. Also having a rep buff, also has a little bit of that true damage, always nice to have. And see who would have the better wave clear. Would it be the Victor or the Lulu? Can Asterion defend this one? It is Villains after all having the type of disengage, so maybe they will be able to get this mid turret down before anything happens. Look at all that zone control, explosive casks, not explosive casks, the barrel rolls, there we go. The barrel rolls and the gravity fields zoning out the team of Asterion, allowing to do freedom. The Zergoth though might be caught out alone in his jungle. Look at that perma slow. Parry does come out, but it only stuns Atrocis. Can he get the catch? Brutal does go in. Charlie getting dropped down a little bit by little bit. Ragnarok is being forced, but look at how low he is dropping. Oh yes, he does get it. Explosive cards is enough, but look at Knight getting chunked down too. But it is a 1-4-0 so far for Villains. Can they put this into objective? They immediately go bot lane. Kane dropping low. There's the flash of Konyo. It is not enough. Exhaust is really good, but the Gromp is helping out, and it will be Kitty taking that one. Gets the reset on the jump too, but it is a 3-for-1 trade, and they cannot defend this bottom turret, so that will be a tier 2 turret for Villains, so they will be able to pull further the global gold lead, and that will go up to about, what is it, 47k? Oh,
almost.
Wait, it was a little bit over eager there. A little bit over eager. 45.7k lead. This is really good for Villains.
Oh man, I mean, the thing is, the Corki and Fixer, well, yeah, they have so much ability to poke him down early and get long range. Yeah, in a bit of a trouble.
Does pop the ultimate, but he is out of mana, so can't use that many abilities. But look at how low Shadi still drops. But it is a shutdown after all, and Zergoth had to recall. I mean, he's sitting over 1k gold, and maybe overextending a little bit there.
So I actually thought that Tristana, at the beginning of the fight, Tristana was trying to burst down Konyo, but couldn't get enough damage down. But Knight,
Knight.
No. He gets ultimate though.
No. He does get caught out, unfortunately. But Villains, if they push this out, maybe they even have a shot onto Baron. Look at that vision control they have in this river. It's a pink ward right on top of that pit. Also, they have vision deeper into their jungle. Still 28 seconds on Knight. They could consider contesting it, but they are looking to go for the push still. I mean, they still got good wave clear, good poke, a lot of zone control with the barrel rolls and the gravity fields. So maybe they're trying to continue for the push, but they decide to back off. Dragon in 1 minute as well. And it will be Villains trying to get more vision control on this top side of the jungle.
Weird couple of picks there in the middle lane first. Rather than Lulu.
Ooh, almost interrupted that recall. That would have meant trouble for Steps, because that means that Asterion could possibly go for a Baron themselves, because Crystal does give so many stans to Skarner and will make them able to do this Baron so quickly. Also have Tristana, not Blade of the Rune King, but still deals a lot of damage. Also, it will be the Zeke's Harbinger being finished off.
Yeah, they got back those vision controller there in the Baron pit. They took out
a bit of damage.
There you have it. I mean, Kitty is scaling up now with the Lulu speed up and the shields. Run in, poke, and run back. And now they have enough pressure to take down the middle turret. Because Dragon is spawning in 8 seconds. Are they going to keep on pushing? Oh, no, they should. Dragon right here.
Zergoth going for the split push. Maybe he can have some pressure himself. Decides to recall though. Doesn't want to take the risk of going down. But maybe I think he could have actually continued pushing.
Yeah.
Because if he suicides, it's not that bad because they gain dragon control, and this is the third Baron of Asterion right now. Like if they can keep getting these dragons and they get the 5 stacks, then it's probably GG for villains.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, because we already saw how scary Tristana is right now. I mean, it's gonna get worse and worse. And with the 5 stack buff,
2 damage on every single thing Tristana has.
Yeah, I don't want
such
to
a
be
long
in,
range.
I don't want to be in villain's position right there.
5 dragons, and they also don't get to trade any type of objectives, but it will be villains.
So waiting at
oh, wait, what? Oh, Kitty just escaping there with just a jump. I'm gonna try to go for the flash, but that's actually pretty big for Asterion, because now it will be villains actually lacking a flash engage or a possible flash turnaround, because that's what villains pretty much wants to do, right? Just try and disengage and see if they can re-engage.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. Looked a bit awkward. I mean, they tried to go for the hitch with the flash, but I don't think he even hit it. Anyway, so Tristana at least got out safely there.
That's the most important part.
So
He got out. He got out.
So it'll be fine for now. And he still has both summoners as well, so he's going to be safe in every team fight for now. And again, speed up here.
And see, there's the lack of the flashing. If he had the flash right there, then maybe he could have had that catch onto Kitty, just knock him straight back into the team, blow him up with Victor and Corki, because it's also Elixir of Sorcery onto Seps right now. Extra 2 damage on one of his hits. Has a nice synergy with his Q in order to have that extra proc on top of his auto attack. And it gives him extra ability power too, always nice to have. And now we see some vision control coming out.
Taking back control here of the Baron pit. A whole lot of pink wards. They didn't buy any at all. Hard for them to keep vision.
Look at that difference. I just hovered over the different types of fog of war. It's Asterion actually having information literally everywhere, where villains are kind of limited in their vision, and wonder if they can still play this one out safely. This Tristana, after all, can take turrets really easily. Look at all that damage, and that explosive shot will take damage too. It's actually Victor going for the Chaos Storm just to wave clear, but it's not enough. They get another free turret, and they're closing in into the gold. But Atrocious, though, getting caught out, has to pop the Unbreakable Will, but will he be able to escape? Flashes over the wall, so he will survive, but that's a pretty big cooldown for this team fight. Trunks, though, really go for the Impale, does get the Impale, and will be Brutal going down. Atrocious gets the double knockup into the Lulu ultimate, so Wild Growth going wild onto the knockups, but it will not be enough. Zagoth getting Doven by Knight, but it will be going to try for the save with the teleport.
Oh,
but Kitty just going so ham. He got the Quadra kill. No Panther for him yet, but this will mean they can go for this Baron.
Oh man, yeah, there you have it. I mean, Tristana speed up with, oh my god, that damage is just ridiculous. And now they're gonna have a free Baron, and it'll allow them to push down more. Have only 1 outer turret remaining in the bottom lane, so it's interesting to see if they decide to go for inhib or, because they just keep on scaling right now, just getting out of control.
And if I was in Villain's position, I would be really scared. They're down in dragons. The enemy got Baron. How can you possibly take control back? Like, what can they do in order to take control back? Because they cannot allow more dragons falling in the hands of Asterion. So what can they do?
Somehow they need to manage to poke down before they get into a dragon fight. The thing is, with the Lulu speed up on Tristana, Tristana just goes for the trade because he can outrange the poke and dodge skills. It's going to be so difficult for them. They have no vision control right now. They're limited to their own jungle. Right here.
Starting to take control of this bot side jungle, wisely so, because Dragon will be respawning in about 1.5 minutes, and look at that huge minion wave in this bottom lane. They will not be able to clear this one out, and Kitty is just insane right now. 11, 1 and 2. She is popping turrets like it's a piece of paper.
Oh boy, look at that inhib turret. It's gonna pop pretty easily, and Inhibitor's gonna follow shortly after, and that will give them enough pressure to take that dragon for free. They're looking for the engage,
Trunks
though.
gonna get the catch. No, he cannot. Great disengage from Kane right there. They do get the disengage, but it is the inhibitor for Asterion after all. But can they go out from this one? A lot of poke on the side of villains, but the inhibitor is so big for them. They still have the Baron buff. It's still just over half of the duration, so they can possibly go for another inhibitor. But look at Zergoth going for the split push. Can he get the inhibitor turret? No, he cannot. We might actually possibly get caught out. Shroudy starting to move in, doesn't have the ghost though, so cannot keep up with the axis, with the slows of the axis. So they do successfully defend the top inhibitor turret, and they get an inhibitor for themselves.
Yeah, this is the only thing they can do. Zergoth has a lot of pressure on turrets. They tried to do that last team fight before the Baron. Zergoth was pressuring bottom lane, but just able to run back to base, heal up, use a home guard boost, defend the turret. Good effort from him though. He got the turret down so low. It's like
about, let's see, 366 health.
Yeah, so he will have his teleport back in 2 minutes. So afterwards he can get some more pressure down there, but right now 4th dragon. Are they gonna pressure it? Are they gonna try it?
They have not tried to look at how low it's dropping
Maybe
down
explosive
already.
cast?
No, it will not actually miss mode by Trunks. There will be Shroudy actually taking the last on that one on 28 HP. But the important part is they took the dragon. 4 Dragon Slayer stacks right now. So the next 6 minutes, it's going to be the deciding game. If that dragon falls in the hands of Asterion, this means probably a lost game for villains.
Yeah, right now, so what Asterion is doing is they're gonna pressure top lane because they know that the inhibitor turret is low there, so they put that pressure in there, but instead, in return, villains backing up. Okay, so I was thinking that we're gonna pressure mid lane and force them away. I back off anyway. So
yeah,
okay.
Gonna back off anyway. The Baron buff, it will be expiring right now.
Yeah.
They just push that wave in order to buy themselves some time, in order to recall. I mean, they were sitting on chunks and chunks of gold, and look at Olaf, he's so tanky right now. Also, Aegis of the Locket of the Iron Solari, I'm sorry, being finished off right now as well for the Renduin's Omen. Actually surprised he didn't go for the Dead Man's Blade. Instead, there are not a lot of crit champions on the side of villains, but it is Infinity Antonio. But look at Kitty going so ham. The speed ups of Lulu are just too much to deal for villains, so they get the main carry out of the team, and this means a free push. Kelstorm comes out, but look at the huge shield onto Kitty, and also Gravity Field will stun Shroudy, but this is going to be second inhibitor for Asterion. Look at that engage, Righteous Glory comes out, they do get the Impale onto Seps. Will Seps go down? No, yes he will, but he does take one with him, but it's just Shroudy, and it is all the free room to Asterion to actually go for this push. They have super minions spawning, or like actually getting into the base of villains, and also the Infinity now being down. Kitty trying to go hard, and he does have the backup for it. Look at all those crits, look at all that damage. Knight gets the credit for that kill, but Kitty going ham onto one of the inhibitor turrets. I keep saying inhibitor turrets, there's Nexus turrets. 2 Nexus turrets going down. Nexus is dropping down. Will they go for the kill onto Zergoth? It will be close. Ultimate comes out, but it will be enough damage onto the Nexus, and this is a win for Asterion.
It was a little bit back and forth throughout the game, but oh my god.